Last time on Awakening Giants.
Underneath the hood is actually a battle between good and evil.
The wetlands are the kidneys of the planet.
Pull the grass back from the tree.
I've rescued 5 baby trees already.
Scott got stung by a bee and it's definitely spreading.
Raising $6,350. Team WWW.
How the heck am I going to jump off the building? Oh my God.
I am like deathly afraid of heights.
Yeah.
But like I can't hardly stand on a 4-foot ladder.
Oh my God.
That's freaking scary.
3, 2, 1, go! Yes!
Inspiring leaders, facing their limits, balancing their heads and their hearts, leveling up to blaze a bold path forward, learning to trust themselves and each other. This is Awakening Giants.
Welcome to Inspire Day, Auckland. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome. We are so honored that you are here. We have change makers, what we call giants. And what does it mean to be a giant? To be a giant means you're committed to something bigger than yourself. The work that we do on the planet, the change makers and giants from around the world that have come here, in a way it's been informed by our challenges, by our traumas, by our past, by our experience. And same for you. Those can be our greatest growth points. Those can be part of what makes us a giant.
Inspire Mike is a 2-day event where they get to share their message in an 8-minute talk.
Like a lot of us here, I've been through it all. Loss of a husband of 41 years unexpectedly, a diagnosis of diabetes. And I realized in that moment that I needed to make a shift. I needed to change something. I get a little agita in my belly. I get a little nervous. I get a little sweaty on the upper lip, but you know, that's good. Thank you so much.
It's actually quite hard to do an 8-minute talk. So even the most professional speakers have a really hard time putting that together.
But we're really blessed to have Lynn Rose with us. She trains Fortune 500 executives in the art of public speaking. And with her coaching, our giants can really be transformed.
We have an invitation now to really step outside the comfort zone and kick off. I come from the world of entertainment, and then I transitioned into helping others bring forward their brilliance. If we are a giant, it is always about our next evolution and what's possible. And everybody always has another level that you can go to, no matter what. So you're gonna get something out of what we're about to do here, no matter what level you're at. So really listen with that open mind as we play with this. So I'm gonna have Lynette come up now, okay?
I work with children that are nonverbal, children with speech impediments. I encompass like all the techniques that I've learned over the past 20 years working with all types of different children. I really feel like it was an opportunity for me to be able to be a part of something that's gonna change the world.
What I wanna play with Lynette is, you know, delivery, like we...
In order to help as many people as I can and reach other people, I need to be learning from others in this group who are already doing that in order for me to do what they are doing also on a bigger level.
So you know where you're gonna start?
Yes.
Okay, great. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to Lynette.
Imagine being locked inside your own body, not being able to express how you feel inside, not being able to tell somebody what you want or what you need. What if I told you that I have cracked the code to helping young children who are nonverbal express themselves? That was all I had so far.
Okay. Okay, give her a round of applause.
I was looking at you, waiting for you.
Keep going. No good. Give her a round of applause. I'll go ahead and stop you. That's okay.
Okay,
all right. So, okay. Well, first of all, again, we get how powerful it is when someone's presence is doing the talking. Yeah. When we can feel your heart, and we can feel your heart, and we can feel what matters to you as you share it. And there's always another level to go to amplify it. Through how you focus, through ways you might play, through things you might play with. So one of the things you were doing is sometimes you were standing there and you're having your hands like this. And I know that's like sometimes showing nervousness or whatever, but I want to have you feel free so you can do whatever your hands are going to do. Now I want you to say that while you're doing this. This isn't crazy. But this is an experiment, right? This doesn't mean I'm going to go on stage. Hi, Inspire Day. Imagine being locked inside your body. So I'm not saying do that, but just do this right now, just to see how it comes out. Give yourself permission. That seems weird, but it gets it in its body. Shake it out. Okay. Yeah, all right. Because playing with it gives you permission to find levels that you wouldn't find before. You have to have that willingness to be ridiculous, because then out of that comes something, okay?
Not being able to tell people how you feel
in minutes, you can take someone who's stiff like this and then they come to life. I love that.
Imagine being locked inside your body, not having the ability to express how you feel inside, not having the ability to tell somebody what you want or need, and not having the ability to get what you need to feel better. What if I told you that I have cracked the code to helping children that are nonverbal communicate with the rest of the world?
Okay, good. Whenever someone says, what is it you do? I always feel conflicted because I'm a motivational speaker, MC, and singer. Because of my unique training and experience, I feel like I'm able to bring to life someone when they speak and helping them connect the dots so they get that clarity and they take off. Nerves can actually be a gift because nerves make you have to be so present, and we can feel the feeling and the energy, and it makes your presence electric. All right? Give it up for Petalyn.
So when I was 6 years old, I dreamed of a beautiful giant.
I'm a giant inside. I'm just working on expressing that outwards. I have it in me, and my mission here is to trust and open up and allow others to see who I really am. The Inspire Talk, getting through that and telling my story. That's kind of the difficult process for me. If I get through that, I'm home free.
We always ask our giants to be a part of Inspire Mike. It's our way of supporting them to get their message out to the world. People need to hear inspiring stories and empowering stories.
So we're going to be hearing all sorts of stories of inspiration. So we honor you. We thank you for being here with us.
We have giants who actually get paid a lot of money to speak on stage. And then we also have giants who have never spoken on stage before.
She's another one of our giants. Her title is Voices from My Scars. Please give a round of applause to Evie Rose.
For somebody who hasn't had much experience, it's terrifying. And it's one of the best ways to be able to face your fears.
My mom's boyfriends, 3 to be exact, molested me. One of them told me to be quiet or I would die. I went to church because I felt safe there, and that all ended when the youth minister molested me at camp. I should have said something, but I didn't. I was conditioned to believe that I had no power.
Many of the giants, they were raised in environments where they've gone through tremendous abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse.
I was 16 and something happened to me that would qualify me to participate in the Me Too movement. I just completely shut down and just kind of self-sabotaged for a little bit.
"You'll never make it in America." Those were the exact words that my father wrote to me when I was 23 years old. My father is my hero, so you can imagine how devastated I was when I received that letter.
I came into a world of a mother who didn't want me. So therefore I believed from early childhood that I didn't deserve to be loved. I really believed I was unworthy.
She would tell me I'm stupid, dumb, all the words that you would prefer not to hear. She would pick on me from my weight. She told me I was fat after 7 days of having given birth to twins.
Do you all recall where you were on September 11th, 2001? My memories do not align with the rest of the world on that day. Because as I stood in my living room watching planes and buildings come down, my husband stood next to me in the living room and called his girlfriend to make sure she was okay.
Sprite and I want people connecting to their hope rather than with fear and with disenfranchisement. And so we challenge our awakening giants to look within and always being willing to say yes to I can be more.
My family grew up poor, sometimes wondering if there'd even be food in the fridge. So I developed an unstoppable drive and determination to become successful. However, I developed debilitating anxiety to the point of having a mental and physical breakdown.
At one point in time, I was managing almost $880 million in volume and thousands of employees, and I was miserable.
Each of us define ourselves by both our failures as well as our successes. And both of those things can keep us connected to our limited view of what leadership and global change and possibility can be.
When you have this much energy going through your body, you're either gonna change the world or you're gonna mess some shit up. Because the power to create that much goes both ways.
I have a secret for you guys. Everyone in this room right now, today, has a soul contract with your major relationship partners in your life. And sometimes those contracts need to be broken so that you can live a life of joy and purpose.
One of the first things that I recognized was that I had been a high achiever, but I wasn't a high performer. High achievers have goals. High performers have dreams. And so I created for myself my juicy dream. A juicy dream comes from your yearnings, your desires.
What I discovered is that in spite of losing all of my external identities, my marriage, my money, what I found out is that my value had never been attached to any of those external identities. It was meant to be right here, internal and eternal.
So when your lower self says, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, listen with your higher self voice and say, why not me? Of course me. I am good enough. If I can do it, you can do it too.
All of the giants have been extremely inspiring today. I am just blown away by the energy in that room and by all of them and all of their successes after the tribulations and the trials that they've had in their lives.
I have been knotted inside about sharing that part of me, but it is my truth. Hopefully that in turn will inspire other girls to not be fearful of what other people might think, even if it's family.
Just like really sitting and listening and letting it all in, it changes you.
Like each person had some nugget of inspiration or truth for me to hear, and I was just so thrilled for the day and for how everybody showed up.
The entire time I was in Auckland, I kept having trouble remembering that I was in New Zealand.
It didn't feel like we were on an island.
Yeah, we're in a city.
It was like a Seattle, San Francisco, Vancouver, all kind of in one.
We've been in the city, and really that began their outward journey. Now we're at the time where we're starting to begin developing that more inward, sacred journey. And to get them to go deeper, we're going to connect them with water because there's a transference of energy that takes place. That's really beautiful.
Just listen to the sound of the ocean right now. So calming and peaceful.
So we want the giants to be able to experience the natural world, to be able to support our transformation.
Wow, look at that. I love being busy, 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 busy. And I also love connecting with the source, which is nature, and hearing birds chirp. You know, it's not the life that I'm used to. Although it opened up my senses to how I need to connect more with nature and be appreciative of what we have that God created.
So what is it called? Now, is this the same type of tree?
I don't know.
Oh my God, this is the cousin. That day was just magical.
Wow, this is incredible. Look at this tree.
When we were on Waiheke Island, Robin and I immediately noticed this incredibly majestic, beautiful tree. We called her the goddess, and we knew that we needed to experience the energy from this tree. As you're sitting in this space of silence, connected to the mother, go ahead and feel your seat on the ground. Feel yourself planted. And as you're in this bough of this beautiful mother goddess tree, go ahead and open your eyes and let yourself really see everything you can about her. Come up and connect physically with the tree. Megan. There's an honoring that we wanted to do with this beautiful goddess tree. Really connect in with the healing that's needed for our own bodies and for the entire planet, and to be able to exchange this energy of healing between our bodies and the tree.
I feel like trees are the guardians of the earth. I believe that they've really breathed us into life. When I ground myself, when I try to reconnect, it is with these profound beings that live on a completely different plane and level than we do, and I try to close the gap as much as I can as human. And I notice that there's this little divot between the base of the trunk and the earth, like just a perfect size to be like a baby in a womb. And I fit, which was wonderful. So I snuggled in and I felt so completely held and so completely in her grace. Like nothing I've ever felt, not even with my mother. It's a mixture of joy and sadness and release. I can hardly put words to it. It's just, it's otherworldly, you know. I cried that day because it's like if I'm not out in nature once a day, something dries up a little bit, you know?
Well, the pace we've been keeping has been crazy. This pace, this is amazing. And this tree is another amazing tree.
Let's sit right here. Let's sit right here. Come on, Leslie. Oh. How lucky are we to be out in the nature right now? And we're going to be on the water in the next few days.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited about the rafting trip. And then the rafting trip is the biggest waterfall
It's the
in the
biggest,
world.
highest commercial waterfall
that we
in
can
the world.
raft in.
Yes, in the world.
In the world.
Right. Are you a little nervous?
A little worried. I'm not at all. This is like, I love it. I love rafting. But I haven't done it in a while. I've only done it once.
For me, when I was 2 years old, or 2.5 or 3, I was in the ocean and walking towards my mom, and then a big wave came and captured me and kept me under, and I thought I was drowning. I think they thought I was drowning too. So I was always worried about being in water like that, but I'm still a little tenuous about going over the waterfall, and if the thing flips and we're stuck under there and the water consuming us.
It's not gonna flip. I'm gonna be right there with you. Yeah! Because this is what I love, so I'll send you all my strength.
Aww.
And I know you're an adventurous one.
Yeah. I make up in my mind that strong women typically avoid other strong women, but I'm surrounded by so many, and they're vocal, opinionated, and we all have so much to offer and to give, and we're not afraid to say, hey, I know more about this, and blah, 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 blah. I think of them all as my sisters now. I adore them all.
Look at Leslie. She's totally in her element.
She wants her silence.
I love it. I love it. I get it.
Taking care of what she needs to do.
Yeah, her
you know?
space.
And honoring that.
Yeah.
One of the things that inspired me the most about the Awakening Giants program was people who were actually not only living their life, but they were finding time to make time for others. I want to be a part of something like that, and actually also personally being changed by that experience.
Leslie, you're feeling a space?
We're coming. We're about to disturb your peace.
You're so cute.
Biggest challenge in this is being under someone else's schedule and control. I'm kind of quite the free bird, so being asked to be at places at a certain time and a group of people is going to definitely trigger me and going to make me evaluate those character defects and try to find ways to, create no harm.
I love being here with you guys. We've all been so busy. I think we're all busy in our lives, and for me, it is something needing to find time to also give yourself space, and like what we're doing right now, which is so awesome that we get to be here and have that balance, right? And how often do we give ourselves that?
All the time? Never.
You do. You do.
Almost never.
I have to learn that from you, girl.
It's a weekly rule. I don't.
We can stay in production constantly, right? But, and even this, we're accomplishing something. I mean, okay, so downtime is also accomplishing something that is necessary to the total process, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
So this is essential.
Yes.
And so having that balance, it's not like, that's what I wish we would all just get more of, get into our bones, that this is the stuff that makes everything else possible. It's a wonderful experience to have the opportunity to be among so many women who are not shy. It's hugely transformative for me, and I will carry these experiences with me with more certainty about how I show up in a group forever.
Woo! Yeah! Hey! Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Next time on Awakening Giants.
Do you guys know that we're rafting the world's highest commercially rafted waterfall?
Yeah!
And then when we come up to these waterfalls, hopefully we're going to make it over, but sometimes we don't make it.
I'm not sure which one of us was more scared. Probably her, I guess, because so there was a point where I was like, uh-oh, Angela, and I was like, no, you will stay in this raft.
Keep going, ladies. Nice and hard now. Don't know if I want to